tired of this?
Good to see everyone in chat. Hello to Jam McElway, MaTsDaGgerX WOT, Aussie, Glenn. Good, what's up, buddy? Reese, the lovely Reese is in chat. Welcome, Reese. Gnome Garden. I hope you have your books ready. Lady Catherine. 30 seconds. Everyone, get your beverages, get your smokables, get your edibles, get your pets.
That intro, right? Oh yeah!
And so it begins.
halfway. About 2/3, Ryan.
What's that?
We're about
Two-thirds what?
through the book.
We are. Dan, you want to do the intro?
Welcome to the Way of the Leaf. LeafCast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series by Robert Jordan called The Wheel of Time. This is my brother Ryan.
And I am currently being handed the haul without having to ask.
And I am Ryan's brother Dan, and I have a name for exotic mystery, free-handed tapsters, and willing women. And this is the Way of the Leaf. And this is the LeafCast. Welcome.
We the LeafCast. Yes. Yay. Applaud. Yes, and this is... Yeah, we're covering chapters.
Ryan,
16.
Ryan, you look like a beetle that tried to walk through a crowd at MaTsDaGgerX.
Oh, I barely made it here, brother Dan. You don't understand what I have my own paparazzis, which are my animals, who just constantly are hoarding and jumping all over me. So yeah, my paparazzis. Thanks for teeing that up, Dan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are...
I expect to see lipstick all over your collar and stuff, but your shirt's red. So.
There's lipstick, but it's just not where you can see it, buddy. Winky. All right. It's hard to get off felt. I keep telling them to stop. Okay, so we are covering chapter 16 to 20 of The Path of Daggers.
21. Well, if we get there.
Shit. I doubt it. And yeah, this is episode 140. And we have our first time readers. I'm getting all confused. We have first time readers, and they are in the background. They're going to be joining us soon. Let's just vamp for a little bit. Good brother Dan, my food is being delivered and it's at the door right now.
Whoa, that's the most bougie thing that a puppet could do. Is that have
yeah? What do you think? What
have a human bring a puppet food? Wow.
Guess what I ordered.
I'm gonna all right. Give me 3 guesses, okay?
I'll give you 3. Yeah.
Thai food?
Nope.
All right. I am going to guess burritos.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, but I mean, this. Okay. Yes. Can you narrow it down?
What kind of burrito? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. It's a little late for a breakfast burrito. I know you're a big breakfast burrito guy. It's a little late for a breakfast burrito. I'm going to say
interesting.
Classic beans, rice, and cheese.
That was delayed. Brother Dan, no, it is a breakfast burrito.
Oh, it's a breakfast burrito.
I'm a 24-hour breakfast burrito eater. Who here in chat loves the breakfast burrito at night? I don't. Yeah. All right. I want a burrito. Yes, Jam. I hope you have the means to get that burrito that you want. If not, I recommend just making one, or find a human and find a human being. And you don't have to know them. Wrap them up in a blanket and go burrito. There you go.
I'm gonna get a burrito and an iron and make myself a quesadilla.
Right, in an iron.
I'm gonna iron a burrito down to a quesadilla. All right, are we done killing time? Are these guys?
Yes, everyone's ready backstage. They're locked and loaded. Let's bring them in.
The greatest love of all.
And they lived happily ever after.
They lived happily ever after.
That was amazing. KayK. Welcome. Orlox.
No?
Do you have a new tattoo, Kay?
What?
Do you have a new tattoo?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, that's a bangle.
It's a
Okay.
bracelet.
Yeah,
I knew that one. Yeah, I was like, what? That's some sad drink, but my eyes suck.
She's got a new attitude. I got a new attitude.
Who sings that, Ryan?
ZZ Top?
Yeah, ZZ Tops. Yeah, they spun their furry guitars.
On their dicks.
Furry guitars. It sounds like something Ryan would have in his office.
It's one of the sexiest things ever to just like strap that thing on your cock and just spin it in a 360.
It's suddenly sounding like instead of a ZZ Top concert, but okay.
Yeah, well, it's very reminiscent to The Exorcist when she spun her head around 360. Yeah.
Who is your favorite one, Buddy or Dusty?
My favorite is Topper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm the first. Whoever the first Z is.
Squiggy?
No, whoever represents the first Z. There's ZZ Top. I'm the first Z.
Oh, Siegfried.
There we go.
German Top.
I see.
All right, I want to change the.
Ryan, we have to, dude. I mean, we should really start a hard rock band called Z Top.
Z Top, yeah. Or Z Tops.
Z Top to Blues Junior sense.
Maybe Z Tops, exactly. Yes.
Z Bottom. Z Power Bottom, Ryan?
To some.
Well, yeah. I'm a noted power bottom. I might be the most famous power bottom this side of Mississippi, Dan.
I can vouch for that.
Brian, I went to rest stops in Michigan.
I'm like Elon Musk. I rocket launch them off me. I'm such a
hang on.
Power
We
bottom.
got.
Please call Ryan.
I know it's hard to stop when you're on the trail, Dan, but the volume differential between Ryan and Dan is like really extreme.
All right. So do I sound like a god is in your ear?
Yes. And Dan
sounds like a little like he's in a hallway somewhere.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Thank you.
All right. We want the resonance. Welcome to 88.7.
Volume, not game show announcer volume, Ryan.
All right. You want me to chill out too? I'll chill out.
Just a
fucking
tiny
bitch. Whatever, bitch. Fucking bitch.
David's.
Make me fucking.
Hey, I have this button here called Leaf Studio.
Okay. Oh.
What is happening?
We're gonna have the best show. This is what this is happening. We're gonna have the bestest showists. I finally got the angle. Look at my puppet is right in the corner of my room, so it looks like the walls are coming out of my ears. That's what I want. What is happening?
Looking crazy up in here.
That was crazy. That was fun.
All right. All right. Excellent. Dan, are you muted or are you just moving your mouth in awe? Lost Dan. Dan, look at. All right.
Sorry.
Well, hey, sometimes, yeah.
I'm trying to adjust his volume up.
Oh.
I hope.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for being with us. Hey, Dan, I'm going to turn your mic up in StreamYard. It should just fix it.
Is he muted?
That helps. He's kind of moving. He's like doing mime work. All right. So what did you think of the first chapter? Chapter 16.
I feel like we're in the part of the book that was prophesized as being slow and hard to read.
Okay, what about it is slow and hard to read? Is it
It's just like if there wasn't this show dragging me forward, I'm not sure I would
Can you hear
have
me?
passed this part of these books. It's just
Can you hear me?
Brother Dan, we heard that.
Okay, good. Is it better? Do I sound all right?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you-
sound right.
No.
You sound more resonant, yes.
All right, thank you.
You sound like you normally do. No.
All right.
Beautiful. Which is awesome.
Fantastic.
All right, so Josh was just breaking down how he thought this chapter was a big drag, and he
I mean, it's not
would
just
be
in this
quit.
chapter. it's been since this whole book, really. I mean, other than the few chapters in the beginning where you get some action. Maybe that's the problem. We got some action early on, and now we're
We're spoiled.
So I
you're
was
not
trying
used
to
to.
explain to Josh how these chapters really seem sentient in the last couple months here in the United States. It seemed like that they
Salient.
so Ramonda, and it seems like she was trying to be Matt Gaetz, and Egwene was just Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, and she was just like, no, if you're not going to do what I tell you, you're going to be kicked out. But she didn't. I mean, but it seems kind of like along these lines, like where they were trying. Right now, they're flailing to find someone to take over as Speaker. I mean, it's all craziness because they kick someone out. It's I don't know. I was thinking that they tried to set someone up as someone they can control, and once that went away, they tried to get rid of them, or they did get rid of them, and that's, I don't know, it seemed kind of similar to a certain degree. And Ryan,
All right, who's Matt? No, I love it. Who's Matt Gaetz?
I would say Ramonda
Is Matt Gaetz?
is
Okay.
Matt Gaetz, yeah.
Who's Mitch McConnell?
Oh no, Mitch McConnell's the Senate. But Marjorie Taylor Greene might be Lillian
Boebert?
Boebert.
Oh man.
How about Boebert?
Oh, Boebert is Halima.
All right.
Boebert is
Halima.
straight up Halima.
Yeah.
You know that big, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Theater.
Anyways, guys. All right. I think we just.
I have nothing to say on that topic.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. We appreciate your opinions.
Ryan,
We always want them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see it, right?
I see it, but I don't think our job's to try and get Josh to like it. If Josh, I've never made Josh change his mind about anything, so we're just gonna go with it.
I hear that's an impossible task.
That's so not true.
No, I know you hated me at first, and then you liked me, then you loved me.
Oh. I have pictures of Joshy Pie smooching puppet full-sized Ryan, which is fun. Full-size
You look
puppet.
very large in your frame right now, Ryan. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Oh, he likes
You
it.
look good, buddy.
Likes it when you
Thank
look large.
you. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
looking large.
the surgery worked.
Surgery worked, yes.
Yeah.
Egwene calls a quick little convening of the Hall of the Tower. She comes.
Drink.
Attend you all, for she comes. Are these again? She was already there, not coming. I think that's
Love
the
it.
drinking obligation.
That was the best one.
She was already there, not coming. So okay. By the way, guys, I have. All right, Ryan, this is new. I'm drinking Maker's Mark and Coca-Cola and a Ringo Starr glass.
I was gonna say, is that Pinochet?
That's Ringo Starr looking kind of like Che Guevara.
That's fascinating. Who drew that?
That's pretty great.
Also, another thing. Twitch Egwene about like a puppet. We discourage anyone, including Robert Jordan, for disparaging the use of puppetry as a negative. So don't do that, RJ.
What? Who's talking right now? Brother Dan or Brother Dan?
Yeah.
Yeet.
Boy. This is the sound of one hand clapping, literally.
I'm sure felt Brother Dan understands.
Yeah.
Feels like he's manipulated all the time with the hand up his ass.
Yeah, yeah. The puppet rarely doesn't understand things. It's much more understanding than I could ever be.
Right.
Is it possible that they're both?
No.
That was a premature bellow. We have a couple, Ryan, in the. Ryan shot his load early. Right to the eyeball.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, so she talks to everyone. She says, "Hey, we're gonna stay here for like 3 days or so." Everyone's like, "Oh, that's weird." She goes to the Armerlin study, and she has tea with Swan. She goes, "The tea tasted like mint in this weather. Salami was a trial." Jesus. All right. Anyway, she's getting a little spoiled. There is.
Well, I love this scene too. I don't know. There was
Go
this
ahead.
like very visual scene where Egwene comes out for that meeting after the call, and she like pushes back her cloak, uncovering the 7-striped stole decked around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
Just like very like prissy is not the right word, but like prudential.
It was flex.
Flex, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A flex of
but
her.
she was flexing as much for herself, it seems, as much for everyone else. I don't know.
These women needed any reminder she could give them that she was indeed the Amerlin seat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just quoting, but
there's some boring shit about reports from Swan. She's like, "Damn, we're lacking stuff, but we sure got a lot of paper. Look at all these goddamn reports, right, Swan? Holy cow!" Starts going through. She hears about the year of the 4 Amerlins.
so think about how different this is, and Kay, I'd be interested in your thoughts on this. Of like Swan's time as Amerlin with Leanne as her second in command, and how close they were.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have Elida, who's like dejected everyone in her inner circle and is basically like running solo. Well, her and her other personality. And then we have Egwene, who has this like fractured, there's like these competing factions, and like Swan is like secretly her keeper, but there's a self-appointed, but then like Shiriam is there. So I don't know. What do you make anything of the like their different leadership styles / situations, and like how that might reflect or lead them to behave in certain ways?
Oh gosh. I mean, first of all, I just like the dynamic that I think it's really interesting that he did that at all, and now Swan is part of is having to be subservient to Egwene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's such a cool shift of power, and I think that it's written really well in the way that you can feel the struggle. You can feel that Swan is still Swan, like the personalities haven't shifted, which is really cool too. Like they're just still them, but they're in these different dynamics. As far as their power dynamics, as far as their personality goes, I don't. And like shifting or changing the way that they rule, is that what you're?
Well, just like those are 3 very different ways of being Amerlin. And I mean, we hear that there have been all different kinds of ways of being Amerlin. There's some who collapsed under the stress. There's other ones who were able to lead the tower to doing great things, right? And like Egwene is kind of measuring. I don't remember if it was this set of chapters or the previous set, but she was like measuring herself up, and like everybody's like pitting her against these images of historical Amerlins.
Yeah.
Swan uses a couple past Amerlins as a warning, saying, "Hey, don't forget so and so and so and so and so and so so and so." It like as saying, hubris and stuff. If you go against the tower, you can end up on the wrong side of the stilling block or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Egwene just kind of. So, like, to kind of go back to Josh's question, did Egwene kind of like fell into this, right? Whereas like Swan had to work her ass off to get there, right? Too. Right. So from what I remember and understand, so I feel like that within itself makes a big difference in like how they're going to rule, because that it builds character, and it's like it's just a difference of experience, and
now Swan is there,
like worked hard, and the other one just didn't,
Right, one worked hard, one didn't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it though, Kay and Josh. I mean, this is a young girl who wasn't even Aes Sedai when she got raised. She had never sworn on an oath rod. She had never gone through all the processes that every prior Aes Sedai had ever done. It was obvious that they thought that they could just kind of control her, and she's showing some autonomy here by asserting her will through the force of her position, as well as the force of her as a girl of will, you know.
And so the question for me, I mean, I guess what I was trying to get to is the question of what is Egwene TAVERN? I mean, I think we agree that she is, Kay. And is the fact that all of these things fall into place continually bad writing? TAVERN-ness?
I mean, I think that TAVERN-ness might inevitably be like a reason for to write it right that way. Like it's a
things
convenient
falling into
excuse a lot of
place if you
times.
can.
What?
I'm sorry, what do you mean by things falling into place? I don't understand.
For Egwene?
Yeah.
Well, that now there's someone who knows Rand from the Two Rivers, not under an oath rod, not raised to Aes Sedai as the Amerlin seat, in a position to make decisions without a true consensus Aes Sedai behind her, able to make decisions based upon both her perspective and her unique situation, and not having been Aes Sedai, as well as not having come up through the tower for hundreds of years before and being inundated with their philosophy, right? She's in a very unique position to make these decisions, like going to war against the tower and what to do with Rand, what to do with the Asha'man, like in a way that no other Aes Sedai could have been. So again, the fact that all of those things fall into place, that she gets raised, that she's capable, that she has all of these connections, that she was there in the first place, that they got separated the way they did. I mean, the whole book is, I mean, it's a book, so the only way that things can unfold are the way that the story's told. But looking at it through a more realistic lens rather than a literary one, like the fact that all of those things happen seems very unlikely.
Yeah. No, agreed. Totally agreed. I think it's kind of part of the fun of like the fantasy part of this though too, you know, like it's not just all the fantasy part is not just all like, oh, the one power and you know, things being not of our current world, but it's also like, oh yeah, this could never just fall into place like this.
Or maybe it does
in a row, and you know, we'll just call it TAVERN-ness.
Let me ask another question, since you bring up TAVERN-ness. What percentage, let's say out of 100, what percentage of Egwene's, I guess, manipulation of what we've read in these chapters and what she's doing, what percentage can we attribute to her own skill, and what percentage would you attribute to TAVERN-ness?
Ooh.
33, 33, and 33%.
Well, there was only two choices though. What was the third?
Well, 33% Halima.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we haven't gotten to talk about this.
Ryan, did you see what he did? Ryan, did you see what he did there? He pulled the old knuckleball.
He did. He did. Maybe there's a knuckleball within a knuckleball, because he said he didn't like the chapters, but he's blowing our minds.
Okay,
They're gonna do this. I'm gonna eat.
I'm back. I got my brain back. What would you say, Kay? What percentage?
I just want to make one more quick
TAVERN-ness.
Okay, go ahead, Kay. Sorry, I do want to make one more point.
No, you go.
She just took a bite.
Hey, is everything okay at the table? Okay, cool.
Yeah, how's the food?
You don't need more bread? No? Okay, bye.
Oh, thank you. Right, it's always when you just take a bite.
Always when you just took a bite. I think we've talked about this briefly one time, but it's not past me that potentially all of our heroes have a forsaken near them, kind of like in disguise, or did. Right, we've got Ashangar as Halima Arangar. We've got, it seems like Rand, there has one of the Ashaman, either the guy who talks to himself all the time, who seems to know the old tongue. What's his name?
Is that Deshiva?
Deshiva, or
Grady?
No.
I think it's Shiva.
The leader. Fucking what's his name?
The MHowley.
Nazrum.
Nazrum Tame?
Nazrum
Either Nazrum
Oh.
or have to be a Forsaken in disguise. Possibly Osangir, the partner to Arangar.
Okay, Osangar.
Osangar, yeah. So I think one of them has to be. That's the only thing I can think. I'm leaning towards Deshiva, although we thought early on that it was the MHowley.
Or like Dark Friend in general, though, right? Like just.
No, I'm saying that they're a Forsaken.
Oh,
A reborn Forsaken. We've seen Forsaken reborn. We've seen, well, potentially. We've definitely seen Mogideon with what's-her-face, who is clearly Lanfear. And we've seen, we've met Orangir's other persona early on. We don't know where they are right now. But there's Forsaken close to all of these characters. And it's not lost on me that Egwene's still having her headaches.
Yeah.
And Halima's still there. And Halima just
threw a body.
And then we find out two of the maids are missing. Egwene, it's like she's systematically weeding out Egwene's other ladies in waiting so that she can be there full time.
Yeah.
Ooh. I thought ladies in waiting were what you got in Vegas. Right on the outskirts there. Dan, remember back in 2000?
Yeah, they just stand there. They're just stand.
They line up. They just line up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Let me ask real fast.
I want to hear Keith's answer though. What percentage do you attribute to Egwene's skill versus Egwene being TAVERN of her stuff she's able to do?
I think it's more so TAVERN-ness. I don't think that she's really all that skilled, like she's been through some stuff. She's traumatized. I don't know that I feel like she's all that skilled or experienced though, and I wouldn't expect her to be in Amyrlin right now.
So can we ask the same question about Rand?
What
about Rand? How much of that is skill versus just TAVERN-ness? Or Matt?
Oh, I think Rand is like completely TAVERN because it's more TAVERN-ness like heavily because he's like, he was born into it. Like he didn't even have a choice, So.
Isn't TAVERN-ness always something you're born into? I mean, I would guess. Maybe not. I guess it could be momentary.
I don't know, but he's like born into being the dragon reborn, right? So that
it's
more powerful than I know. I don't know.
It would make you question that.
Josh, Matt, what do you think?
Josh,
Matt,
he's
got a lot of. I don't know. It feels like there's just a lot of TAVERN pull for all of them. To me, I think that I still see them all as like very young kids, like they just really don't have that much experience. Like they've been through a lot in the past few years, but ultimately they're really they were sheltered and naive to the entire world before that. Like, this is not that long, you know what I mean? Like it just seems like it's all mostly TAVERN-ness to me. Anyway,
so Matt had his head filled with other people's memories, so he has a little bit of a cheat code.
Yeah,
and he got that from the aliens.
And Rand has another person living in his mind, possibly, who might be a cheat code for him. So Egwene really is kind of the most skilled. Then, you could say. So let's fun game here. Substitute the word free will for skill. TAVERN versus free will. Would you answer the same way?
no. not at all. Which is why I'm a dark friend. Josh, come on, right? Like, we want to break the wheel. Like, they should be able to not have to relive the same shitty existence over and over and over again, and to know about it. What? Like, you don't ever get to be somebody else. You don't ever get to experience. You just do the same. You like live the same version of that life over again. You have to be the dragon reborn. You have to. I don't know. It just, sounds horrible to me.
Okay, so do you think that's what Robert Jordan's trying to say, or is that just your belief?
That's what
Is that Robert Jordan's point, or not?
That they're all reliving, like, basically the same person, but in a different turning of the wheel each time?
Well, not just that, but like about free will. Like, do you think Robert Jordan is asking the question about free will versus TAVERN-ness, and which way do you think he leans? Rather than your interpretation's all we have, mine too. But I'm just curious if you think that that's what the point he was trying to make is as well.
Just like something about free will, just free will being important, and like them not having free will because they're TAVERN. Yeah. Okay. I think that feels like it's a big part of this whole story. Yeah, it feels very powerfully so, actually, because it's just we've got good guys, we've got bad guys. That's always the case, I guess. So I don't really know how to say what just went through my head, but I don't know. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're making great points. I mean, Rand didn't ask for any of this, right? Yeah. I mean, this was put upon him,
sure,
as opposed to him achieving this. He's been dealing with it.
So is that
we may say that about everyone, I guess,
Yeah, I mean, Perrin didn't ask to become a wolf man, right? Sorry, Kay.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's just, you're right. Yeah, he didn't ask to become a wolf man,
hey, Wolfman.
They're like dealing with these things. It's become a really difficult thing, that like a burden. This is a burden for a lot of them. I mean, Rand is like legit losing his marbles, and
having a tough time anyways. I don't know if he's actually going crazy.
Well, let's talk about that case. So we the voice is back. Leaf Theron is back, baby. Again, what is this a manifestation, or is this a true voice? And if so, what is Luz's existence now? It's got to be weird.
Like our podcast. Crazy, what's
right?
up?
Hi, Josh.
What's up,
BTB?
Or Andrew or Dan.
Remind me of the question.
So is Leaf Theron an actual entity? And if so, what is his life like? I mean, is he just is he just a paralyzed thing that has no control and is just watching TV like Clockwork Orange with his eyes propped open?
No, I like to imagine him like the movie Inner Space.
Yeah. Okay. So he's
just like a little. He's been injected somehow into Rand, and he's just living inside of him as a teeny tiny person. I'm kidding.
And when his voice like runs away, he's like, "Oh, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him." He's actually just going down the spinal cord into the belly.
Going down through his amygdala down the spinal cord.
That's awesome. Okay. Josh, what do you picture Leaf Theron's existence to be like right now, if it's real?
I mean, based upon what we've seen, it's kind of like a genie in a bottle. Like something rubs the bottle and he comes out.
Is that code?
Yeah.
Josh, is that drinking obligation?
What do you think like the bottle would be in this case, though, Josh? Like, I agree. I think something like triggers it, but I can't really figure out what is it. Just using the one power, do you think, or like using a lot of it?
I think in general, it's other powerful channelers.
Love it, Dana Lou.
Yeah, being John Malkovich. Other powerful male channelers trigger it. Hot women trigger it.
Yeah. Sex and
doesn't happen during stress. When he was in the box, he talked to Leaf Theron a bunch, right, and like learned stuff from him.
Mm-hmm.
So stress, maybe.
Sorry.
Does he have loose Theron dreams?
Loose Theron dreams.
Ooh. You would think that he would like see him in Tel'Aran'rhiod if he was any sort of like a real entity of any kind. You'd think that you'd see him at somewhere. I don't know, maybe that's not the place, but somewhere, you know? I think that he's really just going crazy. I don't think it's a real person. I think he's like, I think it's based on himself. I mean, it's himself, like, but just himself remembering himself.
Well, let's look at it through the lens. This is what I was thinking about the other day. So what if we look at it through the lens of a different character, right? Like, think about Brigitte. Like, Brigitte is reincarnated kind of as Brigitte, right? But this time she knows that's her identity as a hero of the Horn and isn't like being put through a fresh life with a different name and a different person, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
now
she's
put
different.
Rand.
I don't know if she's the same. I don't know if she's the same kind of.
Well, so let me finish my analogy.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
put Rand in the position of current an unknown personhood reincarnated as Brigitte, right? So like Lews Theron is reincarnated as Rand, but he's like Brigitte. Like, imagine Lews Theron's a hero of the Horn. He's reincarnated or goes to the same place. He's reincarnated as Rand. Rand lives most of his life not knowing he's Lews Theron until whatever events in Tavernus cause it to come out, right? In the same way that Brigitte didn't know for all of these lives who she was until she died and was brought back into whatever the hinterland is between different lives for the heroes of the Horn, whether that's Tel'Aran'rhiod or whatever.
Right.
So, does Reborn Brigitte have a voice of?
I don't know, and so we only have these two that we know of closely. So my answer would be 50% of them do. So maybe.
Okay.
Yes. I mean,
So,
there's
Josh,
no reason not to think that Brigitte could have the same thing happen if a stressor happened in one of her previous lives, and maybe had happened where she like miraculously made some arrow shot that sealed some deal, or like won a battle, or like killed the deer they needed to not starve, whatever, right? Like,
let me ask one more question.
wait, Dan, I got. Let me jump in here real quick.
Okay.
Please. So, Josh, you used to bring up Jungian archetypes when you would talk about the Edmonds Field 5. Are you still mulling that concept around?
I mean,
or are you going more straight rebirth of like a one soul being reborn?
I want it to be archetypes, but it's hard to say at this point. We've gotten the Tinkers had one perspective. I mean, it's like anything mystical in our world, right? Like, you talk to 15 people from different parts of the world, you get 15 answers about those things, like things that are mystical. So it makes sense that this world would reflect that, and that there would be different answers from different people at different times, depending on their cultural values and beliefs and sentiments and experiences and predispositions and who they are. Like, so, I mean, I think there's like Arthurian archetypes and there's Jungian archetypes at work here. I mean, which makes sense. These are all like influences that you can bring with you. The Dreamland stuff seems very Jungian to me, and I feel like that's where we're going to find more of that, like, cosmic reflection, Stan Groffian, like dream.
And Min as well.
Min.
So now, do you think that Robert Jordan was specifically trying to write in a way to like lead you to that, or are you actually kind of doing a Jungian analysis of finding the archetypes within it? Like, are you putting that on top of that, or do you think it's directly what he's trying to get at?
I don't know that it's. I mean, do you consider like, all right, are we looking through a Jungian lens back to older ideas and now calling them Jungian because they've been transported and redefined? Like, no, there's a messianic ideal and a messianic story being portrayed here. That's what it is. It's not Jungian, it's messianic. Now, Jung came from a Christian culture of free thinkers and like,
oh my gosh,
integrated that into their way of thinking about archetypes. But it's this, that Robert Jordan's not Jungian. He's fucking a messianic author, basically. Like,
well, he's Jungian in the fact that you have messianic representations over and over and over and over.
Right.
I mean, that's what the collective archetype is, that these things keep happening over and over and over. So I can see where your question is. Let me, if I can, get back to Luce Theron in the head. So we have Luce Theron talking to Rand. Why is that? Let me ask: is this an old tongue that Rand is just interpreting, or is Luce actually speaking the current common tongue that Rand understands? I mean, how would Luce know common tongue, I guess, if
I mean,
he was a...
Does he know common tongue?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. What is the voice in the head?
I mean, the way that he can take over... I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. You go first.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
No, you're fine. Go. Josh, go.
I think the way that it's set up, it could just be thoughts. It doesn't have to be linguistic, right? Like, do you think in words?
Yeah, I agree. I was going to say the same thing. I don't think that it actually is language at all. Actually, I think it's more of like, a telepathic, if you will, or just like I said before, more like mental illness, so he understands it no matter what. It doesn't really need to be translated per se. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that what you meant too, Josh?
Yeah. And I think the fact that he has different behavioral traits, like sneering at the bosom of, some woman, like he's not, I mean, I guess it could be Jekyll and Hyde. You could look at it as like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing. But if Rand didn't ever show any sign of that, did Luce come out? I don't know. See, this is something I have to go back and look at. Did Luce Theron only appear as he started to channel and when he got to a certain level? What was the co-creation like of those things? Like, were they co-created? Or is one descendant of the other? Yes, you do.
My
youngest.
That's so funny.
No, I mean, so Rand channels very early in the story.
Yeah.
We don't hear a voice until at least the second book. So Rand has already begun channeling.
Right.
He channeled in the first book very early.
So it definitely sets you up to ask this question of like, is this madness or is it real?
Right.
And it's not like you can't believe it.
Like every time, right?
Is mythology real? Is in this world universe? I don't know. Like, is he really the Dragon Reborn, or is he just some nut job who like has been pushed in a certain direction by event and has decided to go along with it because he thinks he has to? Like,
right? I know. Well, I've thought about that before too.
All right, brother Dan, sing this. I'll do.
Young. I want to be forever young.
I love our chat.
You want to Joe Campbell forever.
Forever
young.
For Carl Young. I want to plead for Carl Young. Do you want to Joe Campbell forever?
Your first take was great, and then something happened. You got a little throaty, a little.
Yeah, no, it was
you sounded more like a
chart.
You started to sound like a Vuvuzelia, one of those like those African horns they did.
Coach,
I thought it was fabulous.
Thank you, darling. Ryan. Josh
was immediately gone.
You know what?
Yeah, Josh left. He's like, I can't handle it.
You know what? You both.
I just
I
tried
don't
my beer.
smell-
What are you talking about?
I can't
You
handle.
both smell.
I'm sorry. I have perfect pitch, brother Dan. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Give me a saucy C.
See.
Wrong.
Look at that look on Dan. Look what you just did to him. Look at that fucking look on his face.
Yeah, no, I think you should button that collar back up. This is no longer fun, Ryan. This is put on your judge robe. Hey, Simon Cowell over here. What are you? What are you?
Judge
Simon.
Rudy?
What are you? What are you, Steven Tyler on American Idol? Who else was there? What are you, Katy Perry?
Kelly Clarkson.
Paula Abdul? Kelly Clarkson
Oh,
won.
Kelly Clarkson.
She won. Was she a judge as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Well, hopefully
Yeah, think
afterwards.
like me, then you'll win, or come in second. I think she came in second. I think Rupert is like Rupert stuttered something about a larger soul singer
Rupert
won.
Stewart?
with a voice like honey cakes. Remember Rupert stuttered? All right, so we get Aragorn. Aragorn's burying a body.
I
Do
know, but you need to
Josh, do you know
respond,
what
Dan.
body
Brother,
this is? You said
Dan,
a
you're getting
text
called
saying-
out.
What?
You're getting called out, brother Dan.
Reese?
Reese,
I will
yeah.
if you will. You see what I did there, right? See what I did? I totally
I
put
did.
it
I
down.
did.
I totally.
All right.
The-
Wait, is
Doesn't
she
mean-
live on? Is she in Discord right now, backstage? Is
yeah,
that even happening
probably.
right now?
All right. Quote. Speaking of
everyone-
Reese, quote.
Tits.
She could jerk it straight again.
She can
I
jerk
meant
it.
no offense. It was just a great segue for a Beatles drinking obligation. Look, that's a signature. He signed my cup. Ringo Starr.
Nice.
Oh, he may call in later, Ryan.
They will.
No, just Ringo.
Oh no. Ringo. Don't ring Ringo, please.
I may.
Oh,
All right, so Ramonda and Elaine are like laying into Egwene. They do not treat her with the respect that the title deserves, guys. They come in, they're like, "Hey, motherfucker." They don't say fucker, but they're like, "Oh, hi, mother." Wink. They're like, "Hey, when we go meet with this big top secret meeting we're doing, you're gonna let me do all the talking, or you're fucked, right?" That's the deal. One says, well, it says, "We need to speak of the sea folk." She says, whatever. So,
Hey, Chris, do that
Hey.
hand thing with the camera so it focuses on you. There you
Ta-da.
go. Thank you.
there's all kinds of issues with the. They found out about the that Gareth Bryan had sworn fealty, and apparently they found out about the sea folk in the Bowl of Winds. Now, let me ask you guys: we suddenly everything is freaking cold, right? Winter, right? But did they screw things up, or did they just fix things?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like things are going well, though.
I think they fixed them.
Okay.
Really?
I think so. I mean, everything was kind of like oscillating as they were doing the work. Like it was described as like waves going out. So maybe it went too far, but
I think
It's really
later.
hard to know.
It's in the later chapters that I think when we get to the stuff where I'm like, ooh, I think it's like the end of chapter 20.
Let me
Right.
ask
Okay,
you
well-
guys. I've underlined
Honestly.
this. I'm not sure if this is a drinking obligation. I'm going to put this up to the vote. There's 3 of you, 2 wins. Quote, "Giving her an earful."
Ew.
You, brother, you are fucking the weirdest guy I've ever met. You're the
Yes or
weirdest
no,
human.
Ryan? No, just
Game,
stand
okay?
up. Yes or
That's
no?
not what I'm here to do. But
Yes, giving her an earful. Yes
All
or
right.
no?
This is not the first erotic thing that has blown my mind. Dovie, is there a name
I
for that?
can't hear you. I've seen it in here, Ryan. What'd you say?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Too much cum in your ear,
I
Dan?
had so much semen in my ears. What'd you say?
just
Is that for the healing properties that you do it?
Drums full.
and let it instead of 11 spoonful, it's 11 earful.
Love an earful. Yeah, it's about 60 cc's. Right in the ear.
gross.
Nothing? No? Okay.
Okay, you just got called out. You brought this to the Bobert level, Dan. You just started groping our dicks in the movie theater.
Dude, I will vape in front of a pregnant woman, no problem. Indoors. No problem.
Yeah. Even a
Yes.
Democrat.
No, she's adorable. She's America's princess. She's our Lady Di.
Just a true someone we all should look up to, men and women alike.
Lady Di, Ryan. All right, so
Is this a drinking obligation?
yes.
Hard riding, even for men with extra horses.
Yeah.
Even for a man
Oh,
with
yes.
extra. Oh yes, that's a drinking.
Yeah.
And my earful,
Yeah, Josh.
giving her an earful.
No, Dan.
Oh, man.
No, you got.
Gosh,
Oh yeah,
you
like,
have plot armor apparently.
Just doesn't feel sexy, Dan.
brother Dan. Every drinking obligation, I just check down into the old gonad area. If there's any sign of life, we say drink.
That gave you signs of life.
No, that was turtle. That was like
Yeah. No.
retraction.
Yeah, you still drank.
Whatever.
All right, so they kind of tear into Egwene. They're like, the ambulance seat, you're an infant, Ramonda says.
So, what is this battle of Aes Sedai that they mentioned that took place to the east? I looked at the map. I don't think anything is to the east of them. All the stuff that we know about was like south or west or north.
Huh.
So is it something that happened a while ago and like they're only hearing about it now? Because
Is that when they were speaking
about
of the
everything
Shido?
else. What?
Is that when they were speaking of the Shido?
No, well, they just said there was a battle with Aes Sedai. So, I mean, and Swan's like, oh, I don't give much credence to that rumor. I wasn't sure what. Anyhow, I don't know that we know what that is about.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure.
I mean, I could be totally off base.
I would say read and fuck off.
Ooh, first one of the day.
I love that laugh. That's the best Dan laugh.
All right.
Hey, Josh, we need to write like a 10-second jingle for read and fuck off.
Oh, RIFO. Okay, RIFO. Yes, we can do that.
And at the end, this ends with a Sharian point of view where she is interrogated in her room. There is a drinking obligation, guys. I'm going to leave it up to you to decide if it's a yes or a no. Quote, face down on her cot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
All
That's a good one. Yeah. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
Wait, what?
Face down on the cot.
Guys, by the way,
On
look,
the cot.
I was watching
the
a
cot.
thing on the US Festival, 1983. I don't know if I sent it to you, Ryan. Did I send you the Triumph? Fucking Triumph plays at the US Festival.
Uh-huh.
They kill it. Oh my God. They are such a tight three-piece playing to like 100,000 people. And it's these just these Australian people. They're playing Laying It on the Line. Laying it on the line. Oh, it's so good. Guys, stop this. Don't watch this right now. Go ahead and leave. Put on us. No, wait until the end. But put on Us Festival. You will not be disappointed. It is one of the hottest thing on the internet.
It's so funny.
If I'm lying, I'm dying. Guys, trust me on this.
And you didn't text me that link? What's up, bro?
I thought we did.
Whatever. You forget about me all the time.
I thought I did. I texted all my friends in close relations.
All the time.
I imagine you were in there. Oh, we have that text thread that's everyone but Ryan. I probably put it in there. Josh and Kay, you got it right. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, they got it.
Obviously.
I'm surprised you didn't get Ryan. My apologies.
Yeah, I'll check my phone settings.
Must have been everyone but Ryan.
Everyone with me, chat.
That is the name of the chat.
All right. Egwin balled her fists in her.
Yes. Well
Nice.
done, Josh. This is one of your better works.
I like it.
A corner of one of her
16.
A corner of one of her blankets wadded itself into her mouth. Dress and shift burst away. A hand stroked her.
Obviously. Bravo. We getting shitty tonight. Kidding.
Josh, you didn't want to say shift burst away from her body like a pricked bubble?
I mean,
you just like that isn't worthy? A pricked bubble?
Pricked
Come on,
bubble.
baby.
Oh, there's one other one.
Do it.
Hung.
Yep.
Nice. Wow.
Best work.
So Egwin pretends that she's all meek. She's like, yes, Ramonda. Yes, Leanne. Or Lelaine. Jack Lelaine. One arm push up, old man.
He's got nothing on you.
So who is it that accosted Shiriam? Is it Halima?
What do you think?
Maybe
It says you were supposed to keep me informed, Shiriam. That girl is up to something, and I want to know what. It took a long time to convince her
I think
question.
Halima would say that because she's up in there.
But at the end, it says she was bitterly wishing that she had never in her life spoken to a single sister in the hall.
Oh, could it be the other Forsaken who's masquerading as an Aes Sedai, who showed traveling to the white Elida's sitter, the white
Alviarin?
Alviarin.
Look at me, Ryan. Look at me. Look at
That
me.
was a good pull.
That was pretty
That was a
good.
good pull.
Shit, man. Call me Webster because I'm a short black kid. No, because I'm smart. I'm like Webster's dictionary.
One of your worst jokes ever, dude. One of your worst jokes I've ever heard in my life.
You know what? I'll take responsibility. I knew it was bad when it came out of my mouth. But you know,
he's not just a short black kid, Dan. He's not a short. First off, he's like an adult, but he's also a short black kid that stole all of our hearts, Dan. A talented short black kid.
Ryan,
one of the most talented.
Ryan, there was no judgment in my no. Call me Webster.
What are you talking about?
Because
Emmanuel Lewis.
Because
Webster.
I'm like a spider.
Funny.
Yeah. Is that better?
Oh, geez, let's move on.
Yeah. Well, no, the black kid thing was better, funnier.
I tried to save you.
Yeah. All right.
Tried, dude. I tried. I was like, yeah.
Ryan, I'm drowning. Ryan.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh no! Is it? Oh no! Are they they're the cancellation gods, or now dragging you away?
I'm sorry. All right. That was pretty good, though.
All right,
and
I think Danley's got a great point. We do not push back against assault. We don't drink when assault is on the table, brother Dan.
Face down on a cot, though. No, oh, all right.
Was that assault?
No, it's all taken out of context, though.
Face down on her cot was not an assault.
No, we're not.
I know. Hey, well, hey, we'll put that in.
Wait, what was
an
assault? Wait, we don't drink to an assault, but what was anything?
I don't remember.
No, the whole thing is bad though. Sheriam's not having a good time. So, yeah, no, I hear you, Dana. We'll keep that in mind. We are in chapter 17.
So could
out on the ice, in Michigan, you would say out on the ice.
Ice.
So that's nice, dude.
Could the fact that Rand... Sorry, Kay, what?
No, nothing. I was just repeating Dan's accent thing. I had to try it myself. You know.
Could the fact that Rand, like when he embraces Saidin, it feels like it's happening to someone. That everything feels like it's happening to someone else. Do you think that opened him up to Lews Therin?
I think that it kind of always does.
That the flame in the void?
The flame in the void, but he like...
Oh, specifically?
Well, that's the thing that he learned that helps him do that, right? That's what it comes from, is learning that.
Uh-huh.
But he said something about like the crown of thorns pricks into someone else's skin. Like he very much like has practiced segmenting himself in a way in different personas, right? It's just interesting to think about with Lews Therin's role there.
Yeah.
Was there an event that happened right before or anything? Was there an event that happened before Lews Therin popped up? Came on the scene saying, "Hi-ho!"
It's me.
I'm Lews Therin.
Lews Therin the Christmas Pew?
All right. Yeah. No, it's fun to think that Lews Therin has like some crazy ass voice like Bobcat Goldthwait or or who's that weird guy with the long hair in the 80s?
That was Henry Kissinger.
No.
Newt Gingrich.
Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison, yeah. Imagine Lews Therin had Sam Kinnison's voice. All right, moving on.
I don't know.
Or Rodney Dangerfield.
Think of it as the Gilbert Gottfried. Ryan, in the show, I hope it's Gilbert Gottfried. He's like, kill them all. Who sounds like the parrot in Aladdin? Devil wanders.
No, it's going to be like an AI voice. It's going to be AI. Who's that guy who sold his voice to AI?
That was Ralph Macchio.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the most famous voice, the most recognizable voice in all of cinema is Ralph Macchio. Jesus Christ. No, it's the African American fella who's he's like in all the movies.
Martin Luther King.
No, in all the movies. Dan.
Dave Chappelle.
Wow, Ryan, that really.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Not him. It's the other one.
All right. Let's move on. The other one. How dare
Chapter 17.
I know,
right? No. That's how you say a joke, Dan. Jeez.
Jansen Leslie. All right. Chapter 17. It's Egwene. It's out on the ice. Today is the Feast of Abram, guys. I brought stuff for you. I brought here's a golf tee for you, Josh. Here is an ashtray for you, Hey.
The turd.
Here is Ryan.
Yeah.
Cell phone for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Happy Abram Day, guys.
So sweet.
Thank you.
No, I give and give. It's Abram Day every day when you're with me, baby. Wink. That's my pickup line.
Wow.
Yo, it's Abram Day every day.
Oh, oink.
All right, quote, guys. What did I put? Erect in their saddles.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
So they're coming. They're going. There's an impressive column, which I think is another drinking obligation.
Mm-hmm.
It was an impressive column.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love it. Own it. Work it.
Ryan?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
No, come on.
I'm imagining it is.
People have asked if I'm Grecian or Roman. And I say I am Etruscan.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Waka Waka?
This is where this where the show's going now.
Oh my god.
All right, so there is they're going through the woods. They see that there's a deer, there's fucking a hare, and it scares everyone. Bella kind of does something. Wait, who?
Bella.
Bella! But she doesn't even flinch. Swan doesn't even know how to ride a horse. She is so shitty. Bella's the goodest of girls. Swan is like the worstest of girls.
What?
The worstest of girls.
God
So
damn
they-
it! You
they meet on
last
the
week,
lake.
Brother Dan. Last week,
Girl.
you've come up with Hopper's just a dog and Bella's the worstest of girls.
No,
You
Swan is the worstest of girls.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I can stand by that.
Bella's the bestest of girls.
God.
Swan is riding her is still the worst.
Seriously, nothing makes me happier than seeing all the Bellas in chat when we bust that shit
I
out.
know. You and me
I know.
both.
It's so
People
awesome.
are just like, yeah. It's like I feel like a big pharma.
How many people when they just type B in their like chat is like auto populate Bella?
They're trying to type beautiful, and it's like BE, and it's like LLLLLA, and they're like, no,
Yep.
no.
Nope.
When you have a word like BELLLLLA, and it no longer has the red line, squiggly line underneath it, that you know you made it.
Yeah.
Dan,
It's
you know
good
you can
stuff.
just say
You know you made it. Even word
When you accidentally
like-
call your grandmother, or not
word
grandmother,
check is
your
like
wife.
shrug. I
Bella.
don't know. That's just you're
Bella.
gonna do it. Fine. No squiggle line.
Maybe your grandmother too.
Yeah. Hey, kid, you got a grandma?
No.
You got a living grandma? Yeah, me neither.
No. not
Jay,
anymore.
Josh, you got a living grandma?
not anymore. No,
Yeah.
sadly.
Guys, RIP all our grandmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I knew them. No,
they
I
were
mean
all
Yeah, like-
they were all sexy bitches.
they were all sexy.
Mine really
bitches.
was.
They're all-
All your
Mine
grandmas were
They're all
super
queens.
sexy. Yeah.
I had the sexiest grandma, honestly. She was amazing.
Uh huh. Oh,
Just
absolutely.
saying.
Clearly, it's. and it's
I'm
Jeanette.
doing a poor job doing this. And so they meet on a lake. We have
no.
the Aes Sedai or the what is it? The fucking they're meeting with the Terrans and the Meridians. What is that? Is that what they're meeting with?
What?
Yeah, they're meeting
The
with
Mirandians.
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 Yeah, Egwene gets there. She gets off her chair. No one budges. She's like, well, this is rude, but I'm going to keep my cool. everyone goes through these things, and she like right off the bat, like straight out was like, all right, well, here's the deal. We're going to stay here a month. Murns, deal. We're going to buy all your shit. It's going to be great for you. And/or we're not going to go through you guys at all. Don't even worry about it. We're going to bypass you. We're going to Tarvalon. We're going to be there in a fucking month. And that's kind of what we learned. It defied all the sitters' plans, though, because they were like, all right, wait, hey, you need a badass bitch, Egwin, to do this. Say Ramonda's your girl. And Lelane's like, no, you need a badass bitch. Tell Lelane's your girl. And Egwin's like, bitches, I'm the baddest ass of all bitches. I'm doing this. And she takes charge and she, yeah, go ahead, Kay.
No, baddest ass of all bitches. I love it.
All bitches, yeah.
All bitches.
Yeah, there were no negotiations. And she says, oh, by the way, the novice book is open to all. I don't care how old you are. I don't care.
Yeah.
You want to be an Aes Sedai? We'll test you all. It's like saying you want to be a cop, but you're too short. Don't worry about it. Height requirements don't matter. You like, yeah. It's like
it's more like opening the draft to like everybody, even like one-legged people.
Even one-legged people.
Just like, yeah, we're just, so desperate. That's what's happening in Russia, right? They're all just like one-legged soldiers. I gotta check my news sources.
They're the 50th and a half brigade, Ryan. They're the 101st, but they only have one leg. So then our dad had one leg. Hey, this is jokes. It's funny. No offense. It's all right. For real. So yeah, she says the novice book is going to be open, and then goes into chapter 18. Is there anything in chapter 17 I missed, Josh or Kay, that you wanted to touch on?
No, I think you got it all.
Pretty sure. Not really much going on here that's interesting.
Yeah, I think next chapter is where
Egwin does flex her tits here. She's like, hey, whatever's going on is tower business.
Oh yeah.
Fuck off. Hey, the name's Paul, and that's between us all and not you. Don't ask, don't tell. That's me.
Is that a Michigan phrase, like, Dan? Flex your tits? Flexing tits, is that a Michigan phrase? I've never really heard that before.
No, it's like a wrestler thing. Come on, Ryan. You know,
like, is it where it's like one tit goes up and down, like right, it goes left, right, left, right, left, right with.
Yeah, up, down, or just like if you could like squish an orange between your pecs, like crack a walnut. Yeah, flex your tits. It was in a wrestler term. I don't know.
I think cheerleaders use it too sometimes. Like, flex your
Do they crush oranges?
Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't a cheerleader, so.
Guys.
But basically, she like makes a deal to not go into Andor.
She makes a deal not to go into Andor. Yeah. She also, like says you're going to be paid for our time here. But Andor has brought an army in, and what's his name later says, you just changed maps here, because once Andor's here for 30 days, they ain't leaving. The border's changing with this. This is now going to be part of Andor.
They're like squatters' rights. They're all, after 30 days, it becomes ours. So,
yeah, it says
that is 9/10 of the law. We're staying. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's in the next thing. They're pretty much like, all right, this is Murns. I'm not sure if they're aware of what they're doing, but they do ask if Egwin is TAVERN after all this. They're like, Jesus, why did we agree? Why did we say yes? Are you TAVERN? You cheater. You dirty rotten cheater. TAVERN, this is cheating, by the way.
I don't know how many... No. Dan, I don't know how many times I've woken up and just turned around and been like, God damn it, TAVERN again.
Fucking
TAVERN again.
And again.
It's not my fault.
So, Dan, I just had this thought. So, the Feast of Abram, could it be that we just lost some letters in the Feast of Abraham, which is like a thing in the Eastern Orthodox Church?
Is that
If so, this would be October like 29th-ish.
Oh.
It's coming up in a couple of days.
We timed it. We planned that. Yeah, that we didn't have the show last week, so we could be closer.
Yeah, we were like, let's hold off. Yeah, I really stalled so we could have these chapters this week. Yeah, go ahead, Kay.
Thanks for noticing, Josh.
Yeah, really astute. No, I did notice the connection. I mean, we did have Mosk and Merc that you had pointed out before. May have been Moscow in America with bombs, throwing spears. And this is Abram. So what is the Feast of Abraham? I'm unaware of it.
It's Abraham's feast day. It's Saint Abraham.
TOOT, Ryan.
What?
Dude,
shut up. John. Okay, yeah. Get your own joke, Dan.
Well, I'll punch it up, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't know we were like. I didn't know we were workshopping that.
Hey, that's funny. Hey, that's funny. This is better.
All right, chapter 18.
All right.
Glenn, don't encourage this shit, Glenn. You're the worst, Glenn. You always take Brother Dan's side.
Dude. Chapter 18 is called A Peculiar Calling. It has the Matt dice, but Matt is not in this chapter.
Yep. And I hate that. Once again, where is Matt?
Is it false advertising? Or is Matt indirectly involved in this chapter?
Maybe, I don't know.
No, it's like a Dollar Store with everything is like $1.15. Like, no. It's $1.
Right. Hey, yeah. Come on. I have $1.
Yeah, where is Matt during this time? We don't really know, right?
Right.
Well, the band
of the Red Hand is there, so
it's there. Yeah, the band's there.
What the fuck?
All right, I do have something underlined pretty right off the bat. All right, tell me if this works. There's 2 lines. Quote, Swan's blue eyes bulged and her mouth worked, but all that came out was a sort of gobbling. And then here's the second one. Leaving Swan still gobbling, a pretty black-haired serving man. Yeah, there's a period in between there, but this is out of context.
So by gobbling, okay, let me get this straight.
Leaving Swan still gobbling, a pretty black-haired serving man.
Goggling or okay,
gobbling.
Gobble. Okay, so
gargling.
So now
gobble, like a turkey.
The pretty black-haired man is now gobbling.
Is getting
Swan.
Gobbled by Swan. Leaving Swan still gobbling, a pretty black-haired serving man.
Okay. Oh, and then I mean, okay.
Ryan.
So where is the band of the Red Hand referenced?
Yes. Thank you, Reese. Yes, Bubble Gargle.
Bubble Gargle.
Yes.
I love everyone.
By the way, you Ringo much.
That's awesome. Cheers.
Actually, I still say it's that's total Shake Rivera. I wanted. I think it should.
The revolution.
It should have an obey underneath it.
It should.
Is
should
it supposed to
referenced
be
to Shadow
Ringo
Fire.
Starr? Who is it
Ringo
supposed to be?
Starr.
Ringo Starr, but it doesn't have the obey.
Yeah, no, it's a reference. It's referencing Ringo, Dan. It is not Ringo Starr. It's a reference of Ringo Starr, brother Dan.
No, it's him.
An image is not the thing.
All right, here, hold on. Let me call him.
Oh, Ryan.
It is an image of the thing.
As
You didn't know.
structuralist.
All right, hold on.
Linguistic structuralist.
You're right. Yeah. But the image does not contain the soul of the thing. The soul of the thing is in the thing. There is no thing besides the thing. All else.
Wait, you don't
It
think I
really
did?
says there are a few chapters that have the wrong chapter icon. How is that
No.
possible?
Oh, we found a mistake. Hey, brother Dan, are we calling Ringo Starr? No, not yet.
Okay, I'm leaving.
No, we're gonna call in a minute.
All right, everyone, I gotta
Right.
step away and smoke some marijuana.
No, stop.
Wait,
No, you should stop, Brian. I'm saying.
stop? You even want me to
This is
quit?
your intervention. No, stop.
Jesus, I was like, I felt guilty all of a sudden.
No, stop. This is the way to live. Yikes.
What did he do? Did he restart it? Hey!
Oh, no, that's so wrong.
Welcome to the way
We're back.
to
Hey.
My bad.
We're back. That was a brief intermission
Yeah.
from our
Brief intermission.
sponsor, Village Mattress. And
That's right. We do have a couple
Vanilla
sponsors, though, Ryan. Right?
what's the other one?
We doing a sponsor break?
Yeah.
Reno.
We got.
Way the Leaf are proud to be partnering with Tourist Hat Coffee Company. Tourist Hat Coffee Company is a family-owned business with a strong belief in giving back to the community. Tourist Hat Coffee Company is a social purpose business whose mission is to bring people the absolute best in small batch coffee while supporting children at home and around the world. And if you go to touristhatcoffeecompany.com and use the promo code LEAF2022, you'll get 5% off your entire order. We hope Tourist Hat Coffee Company becomes your family's coffee of choice. Remember, a part of each order goes to an amazing charity and helps allow us to continue doing this show each and every week. So go to touristhatcoffeecompany.com and use promo code LEAF2022 and receive 5% off your entire order.
Ryan, I think that bingo table is my favorite part of that video.
The bingo table? He looks really small in that video, and he sounds really small in that video. You notice that?
Oh, I sound small, huh? That's the most
skinny
Sounds
and
small in
tiny.
that video, yes. And that is a drinking obligation if I've ever heard one.
Yeah. Like you're sexting with someone, and then she's like, I don't know, sounds small.
Oh, it sounds pretty small. I love it.
Gosh. All right, so we do see so Egwin is talking to Tom Honest. She ends the meeting early. She's like, "Hey, but let's fucking hang out before we, go. Let's get to know each other and stuff." It's an awkward dinner party that has no dinner and like some drinks around. She talks to Tom Honest.
Everybody kind of treats her like shit, basically, right?
What's say again?
All the other nobles kind of treat her as just like a farm girl.
Yeah, they pretty much do not respect the authority that her title demands. They assume that the sitters are still dictating what she says and how she thinks.
Yeah.
And as a result, don't seem to be talking to her much. She goes over and talks to Tom Honest. She's like, "Hey, hang out with me. Come to Tarvalon, please. You guys I need you." And he's like, and he says, "Yeah, it's weird. I'm getting a pull. I'm getting this fucking TAVERN pull." Matt is far away. They say he might be in Abu Dhar. But it says, quote, I have Talmanis did not look at all surprised. I thought it might be Zoe's side in regards to Matt being in Abadar. I have felt something for weeks now. Others in the band have too. Not urgent, but always there, as if he needed me. And if I should look south anyway, it can be peculiar following a TAVERN. And Egwin says, yeah, I suppose it can. She trips out on Matt. She's like, yeah, that's kind of weird to think of Matt. Jerky. Jerky ass Matt being yeah. So she's like, yeah, Matt, come to Tarvalon. Matt's gonna be there. I know we're gonna figure this out. And he's like, no, sorry. I'm gonna hold off. Hold on. So he says he's gonna hold off, right? He's like, she's like, I don't want you to go into a war with Rodrin. I don't want Rodrin, who's going to become the king of Murndi, to pull him into a war. And he's like, I wish I could promise you, but it's not possible. I expect the first raid against my foragers 3 days at EO. So he thinks that shit's going to go on. She's like, give me your word. And he says, he says, tell me, are not TAVERN too? So we have two things about Egwin being TAVERN here. You guys have confirmed that you agree with that. So I guess this is Egwin's TAVERN-ness, and people are just recognizing it.
Well, it's... Why is it not pointed out? And is it possible that female TAVERN is different? Like, what does it mean that it's not pointed out from like Robert Jordan's perspective? Like, if they are and it's never mentioned, like, what does that say? And like, how do you interpret that?
How does one know they're TAVERN unless they're told?
If you know.
I mean,
if
Rand,
you know, right?
Rand figured out because weird shit.
You know.
Yes. Right.
But I guess Rand didn't witness all the weird
YK
firsthand necessarily. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Rand didn't even know he's the dragon until he was told.
But he did know he was TAVERN. He saw weird shit happen in front of him, like the weddings and like...
He did not know he was TAVERN until he was told. I mean, he saw weird shit, but he didn't know that there was the definition and have the terminology for it. You know...
Yeah, but being told and then seeing it yourself are two different things.
Well, and then we also have like the other people that are kind of being pulled into the pattern because they're like around people that are TAVERN too, right? So like,
what is our
how would Rand have reacted if he had not been told he was TAVERN and everywhere he went there were people falling off of ladders, hitting their head and being fine, and people tripping over a rock and dying a horrible death? There's weddings everywhere or divorces everywhere. I mean, if you didn't know you were TAVERN or at least hear the concept of it, these guys were just farm boys.
Like back in the day, they might call them like a witch or something. You're like, oh my God.
Or would you even notice it?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You're just like, oh, this place is fucking wacky. And just move on, and not knowing that you were the catalyst for this carnage. I don't know.
I mean,
no, it's a good question.
I agree that without knowing the term, you won't think that you're TAVERN because you won't know what the term means. But what I mean though, when I say you have to see it yourself, is you have to witness some events enough times that you're like, oh, strange shit is happening, right? Like. Yeah. Now, how do you know what that means? You learn it from, I don't know, the tales of Jan, whatever, Snakemeyer. Or
Jan Snakemeyer.
Wait, that's the claymation artist.
Jane Farsighter?
James Marsh.
No,
No, I think it's the
Jan
tale.
Stigmeyer.
I think it's the Tales of Screaming Spud Monkey. Screaming Spud Monkey is who wrote that book.
Hello.
Hello, Screaming Spud Monkeys. That's an awesome name.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, I would like to read a book by the Screaming the Spud Monkeys.
What would the topic be, Dan?
I think it would be the travels of Jan Snakemeister.
Snake
Snake Mary, yeah. And is he eating a lot of potatoes?
Always. Cabbage and
Just-
potatoes.
Is he just so? You might as well be made of potatoes. Eat so much potatoes.
So all the potatoes, right? All right. So
Wait, real quick. I have another question. Could it be that the definition of TAVERN includes all the things that Josh was complaining about earlier on about how Egwin needed to be here? All of a sudden, Egwin's a goddamn Amerlin, and he happens to be friends with the Dragon Reborn. Could all those be actually what TAVERN means? Because it's all in service around
I think so.
in the end. And does a TAVERN influence include like all that lattice work of
That's a great
events
point.
that have to happen for the future events to happen? You're thinking yes, Josh. Okay.
And
Can you rephrase the question? I feel like I got lost halfway through.
I got lost too. Once Dan left, I thought I was doing something wrong, so then I got
So it like
nervous.
wait, Josh.
Wait, no, let me rephrase it for it. So, is every TAVERN just based around the orbit of the Dragon Reborn? Correct, Ryan?
What?
Is the sole purpose of TAVERN to aid the Dragon Reborn, or is the pattern spit out other TAVERN for other reasons?
Well, and that's fast. That's a fascinating question.
Oh, that's how I interpret it. I'm sorry.
No,
The
I
thing
was
is-
saying like no. Josh is complaining that Egwin just happens to be here, and
I
it
wasn't
just happens to
complaining.
be.
I was saying it means that she's TAVERN. That was what I was saying.
Okay. Well, you also said it
was
might
what I
be.
was saying
You
earlier.
also said it might be bad writing, so I thought you might be complaining about it. My bad. Right?
Well-
Didn't you say?
I did, but I mean, it's just that everything's always going. We haven't seen anything go wrong yet, really. I mean, sure, we have. Like, Rand got kidnapped, whatever, right? Like, but
I mean, and Egwin
wasn't
got captured and went through all of that.
and then they triumphed, and that's like part of their
Not
character.
wrong though, right?
So- but
No, yeah.
the way I've been thinking about it is so how like the Dark Friends, how the Forsaken are like trying to ensue chaos. We see that like phrase used over and over again, like Lord of Chaos, basically, right? Like, which the book is referencing Rand as the Lord of Chaos from that poem, but it's like the Forsaken are ensuing chaos on the side of the Dark One. So is TAVERN-ness, if the opposite of chaos is meaning, is TAVERN-ness then meaning? In the sense of like the structure, the ontological structure of the unfolding of like the truth of the universe, right? It's kind of like paralleling the messianic idea. This is the like gnosis, or the like the rightness part of it. I don't know what you call it.
Are they would TAVERN be the avatars of that concept, or just the concept alone? TAVERN is meaning. So then, if TAVERN is meaning, then the people who are TAVERN.
Well, the pattern is meaning, and TAVERN-ness is executing the pattern. So it's not that TAVERN-ness is necessary. I mean, TAVERN-ness is meaning in the sense of, okay, what do you call the meaning of your life in the sense of like, I believe I have an ultimate purpose?
If you're Ishmael, there is no meaning because it's predestined.
Dana Lou says TAVERN is pulling the pattern back into balance when it needs something.
Right. And the pattern is the meaningful unfolding of existence within like the confines of the thing that make it right. I'm assuming. I mean, that's what I get.
Does that mean the wheel and the pattern are sentient then? Or
is it just like if water sentient
determine
like water carving a river over millions of years does not imply that the water
No, yeah.
But that doesn't have TAVERN. The river's not creating TAVERN though.
Well, how do you know TAVERN-ness isn't being in the right groove far enough down that you're being swept along with the current of the river, right? Like, let's look at it, the analogy of a river very literally. Like, if in the beginning, water, life was just flowing over a flat surface, the pattern that it wears is random and given to chance, but it is nonetheless inscribed over time in the topology of the landscape, right? Like in the same way our brains do that with thoughts and like trauma. That's why trauma is so meaningful. Like this idea of vectors of movement across, a surface and time doesn't necessarily imply intelligence, but it does imply that there's something that accretes, right?
Well, but
hey, real quick, I got
prophecy involved with these TAVERN though.
All right, real quick. Hey, don't bring up notes and shit like from RJ because like as a reader they don't have access to that.
Yeah. Be careful.
So and don't read the chat right now for a second. Yeah, we're here to let them ponder and like that's I'm kind of shocked that happened. So let's not allow that to happen in the future.
Cool. Be cool. We're not here to answer everyone. We're all smart. We all know.
Or we don't know, but like, yeah.
Thank goodness.
Stop for that.
They're doing their job too.
When you say that the pattern does this, we do have prophecy though. So when you have a river that is just flowing through its natural progression, how do we then have
prophecy just means that someone in the past had witnessed the same pattern and thought to put it down, right? So I can go if someone 1,000 years ago went and witnessed a river and they drew a map and I took that map today and laid it on top of the river, there's going to be a referent there, right?
Perhaps the prophecy we got that when Rand was born was in real time. So I wonder if he was born elsewhere, if it would be in real time as well. It's not. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
All this is in response to your question: is the wheel and the pattern sentient, or are they just executing a known story? Again, this goes back to the archetypes. Is it archetypes, or is it? What does it mean to be sentient in that sense? That if what you mean by they are sentient, you mean they have independent thoughts and feelings like an individual would? No. If you mean by sentience that there is a intention to them leading to a particular goal and able to execute on that, then yes.
Which is the wheel wills. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills, more or less. Is that
is the will again? I would say it's the will of like a river is mighty. Does it will, or do we just interpret it that way when we're hit by the
question? That's the
will. I mean, that is a great question. And like in terms of a natural will, that would be what to survive, to maintain homeostasis. There's different ways. Like you can look at will having nature.
Well,
having
again,
a will.
I mean, the messianic component of this sure makes it seem like there's an eschatology. There's a goal with an event and a scoochon that happens with it, like is the pinnacle of that thing. Just by the way it's written. Otherwise, it would be written it would read like War and Peace. It would be like very like horizontal instead of like we've been on this increasing story arc for so many books, right? That I don't. That's not how you convey. Like, go read Dostoevsky or like whatever, and you're not going to find like existentialist approaches to literature. Don't read like this, right?
Absolutely, yeah. One day could be 5 chapters of someone brooding about whether or not to go axe himself.
Hold on. But what if Dostoevsky had someone who was destined to be a messiah. That wasn't explored.
You wouldn't, because the whole idea is that life is meaningless. And
But I mean, imagine though, if he had written Rand or had a character in that situation.
I think you would be.
I think we're getting different, so we can't compare it.
You can
Because
compare it. I think
so
you would know-
existentialist, but there was no responsibility either.
You would know at the end of the book that Rand was a madman, if that was the case. Which we haven't gotten to the end of the book. It might be that is what happens at the end. That like this really is Rand. Rand could be lying in a hospital bed right now on an IV machine, and this is a fucking fever dream. We don't even know.
Yeah.
Whose perspective is this? Is it? I mean,
well, and there's so many definitions of the word will. Also, you know, like
I'm usually just like in a fetus position, crying and begging KayK for forgiveness in my dreams. Very simple. Very simple.
Right now, I'm really not trying to go Jungian right now.
I think it was more Freud on that one, but yeah.
We'll try.
No, yeah, these are all good questions. Like, and I love these conversations. And like, no, yeah.
I was just really still listening.
It's like she's hoping we don't call on her. She's like in the back of the class, like.
And I'm like, please don't ask me something about this. I know not what to say.
I mean, there is this larger overriding thing that the wheel weaves as the wheel wills. And when we talk about the pattern deciding to anoint certain people to TAVERN or to adjust itself, it's really esoteric shit that you wonder about the sentience of the pattern itself and whatnot, I guess on a macro level, not on a micro level.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the pattern is the human body, and like let's say the body is being attacked by dark friends, which are like diseases or bacteria, the body produces TAVERN, which are white blood cells and antibodies to fight and keep the system going. That's the will of the body. Since the pattern is, you could look at it that way, possibly, that the pattern is a system, just like a human body is.
Who are the stem cells in this analogy, Ryan?
The stem cells?
No, I love that. The amino acids of the horn.
No,
do not their mighty proteins
horn on this podcast. Whatever sexual pleasures you get from it, Dan. So do not.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Start again. What'd you say?
Do not advocate for rhino horn on this podcast, brother Dan.
Guy, hold on. It's the modern day Spanish fly.
Rhino horn? Isn't that what happened to Uno Namaste in the show?
Oh yes,
he got rhino horn.
Rhino horn. Now he's a rhino horn hero of the horn.
I add some of that to my bulletproof coffee. I put in some grass-fed beef butter, and some rhino horn.
How sick would it have been if Uno came back?
Some lion's mane mushrooms. I mean, lion's manes.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just drinking teas.
It kind of sucks that Uno still had one eye as a hero. It's like they couldn't fix that for him.
Right.
Even you die and you get reborn as that, and you still have only one eye. What a bummer. Or does he just use it for affectation? Just like he's like, hey man, no one recognizes me without it.
So where's my patch? Like, you don't need it. You're reborn. You got good eyes. He's like, no. Where's my patch?
No, he should have had at least like a horn, a helmet with two horns on it, or like one horn coming out of the front. That'd be great.
And one like just a horn out of the back of his head.
Yeah,
like an Unosaurus.
Okay, wait, I have something.
What, Unosaurus? Hold on, right. Oh, right. It's getting a Minosaurus costume. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine, Dan. Thank you. Tired.
How we doing? How we doing? How's it? How do you think this show's going so far?
It's been a weird one. Can we just finish?
It's been wonderfully weird.
Oh,
I don't know if we want to get into the next chapter, to be honest. Like, we did not get very far.
what did we
got?
get? 18?
We got that would be 3 chapters.
What do you mean? I thought we were just doing 19 and 20.
Oh, I read through 21, but okay. Yeah, do you want to
Oh,
jump
I
into
didn't.
19?
I went through 20 only.
Okay.
That's what you told us.
Well, look at me. I'm doing one on
You're an
push-up there.
overachiever, dude.
Getting okay, so
Oh, look at Ryan.
This is what
Nice.
how Uno should have come back.
yeah, for sure.
You got it. You got it.
Very nice, Ryan.
Ryan, can you put that in your mouth
Oh,
now,
man.
like coming out of your face, like in your mouth and out the back of your head?
No. I mean,
Oh.
I can
No,
flate
like
the
behind
shit out
your
of
head,
this thing.
like the. Nice job. Well done. I love it.
How about I just Swedish meatballs that?
Or good morning,
Oh no.
All right, so chapter 19, 19 is called The Law.
The law.
Is a queen. All right, so she is. Let me see. She is talking. She's calling. She's setting the law down. She's calling a meeting, and is addressing the tower or the hall of the sitters, or the hall of the tower, I guess it's called. There are a few drinking obligations I underlined here. Let me just run through a couple real fast. Quote,
Nice.
she trailed off under Egwene's level gaze and swallowed.
Yes.
Quote, I remembered the day you and Nynaeve came.
Love it.
Quote, to the bone, mother.
To the bell.
And one more. Quote, drawn her fingers through her own empty bowl. There was nothing for it then but to lick off the last.
Oh no.
Right? Right? Super gross?
Uh-huh.
Super
gross?
gross.
Kind of horny?
I mean, but yeah, at least it's not an earful.
The way of
Yeah.
the leaf. Super gross. Kind of horny.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
So what the Emerald Sea. It's like, so she's talking to Swan. She's like, hey, what's up with Gareth? You just want to bone him, right? And she's like, no, he's never even kissed me. God damn it. God damn it. I don't know if he likes me. And she's like, don't be dumb. Fix this. I'm done with this. Fix this. Go get to second base with Gareth Friend, would you?
I know. She's like, you are being all ridiculous and acting like a child, and I can't have half your brain over there. I need your attention.
So why does Swan get
Kind
an
of funny in the
appetite?
conversation.
Why does Swan have such a big appetite? Is it because she and Bryn finally did it, or is she just off the horses so she can eat again and she's not sick all the time?
Oh, do you think they boned?
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to read and fuck off, but I mean,
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. They get to the big meeting with the sitters, and the sitters are pissed. Ramonda and Lelaine are like fucking ready to just duke it out with Egwene, but right off the back, Egwene was like, "Yo. She says, quote, I call a question before the hall. Who will stand to declare war against the usurper? Elida do every Rohan." And everyone's like,
Me?
what?
Everyone's like, me? Oh.
Well, they're like, wait, hold on. We wanted to talk about this whole bullshit you just did just like today.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, I put this before the thing.
Yeah.
And in fact, what's her name? Ramonda's like, yeah, let's table that or shelve that. I mean, this whole thing is like Congress, right? Like, I propose we do this, and like, I propose we shelve this, and
yeah, don't they like stand and stuff too?
Yeah, they're voting aye or nay.
Yeah, it's the slowest standing ovation in the history of standing ovations.
It's the most off time wave ever.
I mean, it's funny that even in this,
it's like whack-a-mole. Sorry, go on.
It's funny that even in this era, bureaucracy has invaded to the point of like making them painfully slow and difficult to enact. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
She totally knew Gingrich's this shit. She's like, I'm just going to use procedural stuff to get my point across.
Technicality.
She's like, so quote, a question of war cannot be shelved, Egwene said in a carrying tone. It must be answered before any question called after it. That is the law. They're like, oh, yeah? Let's ask Takema. Takema knows all this shit. She has a photographic memory. She likes this stuff. And Takema's like, well, yeah. But Takema also knew that if this passes, then the Amyrlin has like total authority. And this is what Egwene was going for. She's like, please, fucking Takema, just keep your goddamn mouth shut. Fucking Takema, please keep your goddamn mouth shut. She didn't get enough votes at the very beginning, but then she got more.
I'm assuming someone shamed someone.
Yeah, there was a bit of shaming. Yeah, it was a whole lot of lack of decorum. People calling out their colleagues.
Yeah.
People stood. Egwene.
You lie!
And then they're like, yeah, so we she's like, hey, she's like, all right, in the interest of unity, I asked for the greater consensus to stand. Romana says, you won't get it, she said flatly. And then Egwene's like, Takema, what does the laws of war say about the Amyrlin seat? Takema's like, as one set of hands must guide a sword, so the Amyrlin seat shall direct and prosecute the war by decree. She shall seek the advice of the hall of the tower, but the hall can carry out her decrees with all possible speed, and for the sake of unity, they shall and must approve any decree of the Amyrlin seat regarding prosecution of the war with the greater consensus. And then Delima just barfs.
Right. Okay.
What's up with Delima? By the way, so Delima's Halima's. Delana. So what's Delana's like Halima's buddy? She's looking a little ill when she comes in. She comes in at the end, and she just, as soon as that decree happens, she just, quote, Delana vomited onto the carpets behind her bench. So Egwene wins this round. It says, and Egwene says, let me make myself clear too. A certain degree of respect is required toward the Emerald Sea, and from now on, I will have it, daughter. There is no time for me to have to unchair you and name a penance. Elaine's eyes bulged or whatever. She's like, in 1 month, we will travel from here. In 1 month, we will begin the siege of Tar-Valon. And then she hears the sound of Takema weeping.
Yeah. Eyes bulging.
Eyes.
Lips rise.
John, she care amazing.
Look.
Oh no. That was fun.
Elaine's eyes right there. I'll send you the other one, Ryan, where like the dude on Oprah.
No, that's like hard to look at. It's not funny. I know
funny.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. No, we don't want to.
No, they look like they're acorns. All right. So, what do we think about this whole thing? So Egwene seemed to outsmart people here, right? Is that what we kind of gathered from this? Because she's like, look at this rule of law here. Did you actually read the law? You know, guys, when everyone just scrolls through their terms and conditions. Oh, I need to update my phone. All right, terms and conditions. Scroll. No, so that's what everyone did, and Egwene's like, no, you didn't read. It says right here, I can be the queen of you all.
Takema's lips writhed.
Right.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Nice.
Ooh.
But this is I do like this part. Like when she's having Takema like read, you know, like, or like, what does the law say? She does not reading it. I'm reading it anyways.
Yeah. But she's got a
Takema, what does the law of war say about the Amerlin seat? And then Ramonda was left with her mouth hanging open, and then it's just the way that Takema's lips writhed.
Yeah.
It's like all really pissed off that she's like.
This was a big
basically one up them, or two up them, actually.
Yeah.
So Egwene had. So I mean, like, it's lucky that she was even there. Like, if she wasn't there, no one knows the law. Apparently, she's like, "Hey Google," it's like, "Hey Takema, what is that law?" She just reads it off of.
Isn't that what the whites are there for? The grays.
It's rad. You can tell. You go, "Hey Takema, can you play "Baby Hit Me Baby One More Time" by Britney Spears? And she's just like, "Oops, I did it."
Yeah, she can't not do it.
It's like, you're, "Hey Takema."
Oh no, we outlasted Luz Jr. Good night, Red
What?
Eye.
Good night, Luz.
I think we got last.
Lose. Why do I miss that guy so much? Like, already,
I miss him already. Yeah.
Fuck, dude. It's like, I feel like
I miss him.
I left like my sweatshirt at his house or something.
Damn, TMI.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels bad.
Feels a little empty without him.
Feels a little empty. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's get through chapter 20. We can do it, right? We're already we can do this, right?
We can do it. Let's do it. Let's power through. We got it.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Bente.
Okay, that's funny. All right, yeah, everyone who's left, they're all getting their faces, their dick skin drawn on their faces.
Yeah, drawn penises on their forehead.
Yeah.
That is funny.
One of my favorite memes ever was this with the baby with the
like, right.
Oh, yeah, you fell asleep too early.
Right. There's someone named Luz Jr. Do you draw a big penis on their head or a tiny penis? His name is Luz Jr.
Guys, this is going down the wrong path.
All right.
Get the Tavern Bull of the show back on. Come on.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome to the LeafCast. Hey, this is chapter 20.
Chapter 20, yes.
Into
Episode
Andor.
1.
Is that a drinking obligation in itself?
20. Okay,
What,
we got
entering and/or?
And/or? Either or?
And/or?
into and/or.
And you were missing the larger and/or. What? Wait, right?
Damn, we got it, dude. Go. Chapter
You want
one.
mouth? You want butt?
Go. Okay.
You want mouth? You want butt?
Do you want to fight? Are we going?
And
Are we
or?
having a
He wants to go
fight?
down on you again. Ryan.
And or.
Naive.
I think it works. Into and or.
We start with naive,
Got it,
healing
Dan.
people, right?
You got it the first time.
Did it? And
This is not funny.
imagine a slash or a hyphen or a dash or a
And Dan is obsessed.
A space.
semicolon.
if you will.
All right, all right.
Okay.
So yeah, it's in the lane chapter.
Tyshar Kandor. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that was amazing.
Andor. And
Be sure to smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.
Brigitte was like, "What the fuck? Oh, right, Tyshar Kandor."
Hey, doesn't
Yeah,
Tyshar Kandor
right.
translate into like and subscribe?
Yes.
They're like-
In the
This
old tag?
chapter is weird, guys. This chapter is written weird. There's so right off the bat, it's like Elaine. It was like it's like that song where the person like never mind. She like is reflecting on things in this chapter. It says, quote, she should have taken that as an omen. The next paragraph, quote, she should have realized events were no more in her control than Mandarb's reigns. And then later there's she says, quote, long before reaching Camelin, she knew that for a fact. So there was like, this is like a weird reflecting chapter that's hard to get a grasp on time-wise.
So does Lan know that she's not who she says she is because of his bond of... No, he's not bonded to Nynaeve. Fuck.
He is not bonded to Elaine, no.
No, Nynaeve.
Or Nynaeve. He's bonded to Nynaeve, but Nynaeve's not involved in that.
No, but if Nynaeve knows something, maybe he knows it.
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think? Can an Aes Sedai keep a secret like that from their warder? Okay.
I mean, they keep... I don't think Nynaeve can, but I think Aes Sedai can. Just like they keep that they can, they've kept from all of their warders that they can touch them in a certain way to make them do what they want.
Oh, that's a drinking obligation?
Touch them in a certain way to make them do what they want.
Yeah.
And Ryan, you can
Yep.
even do that with the Wi-Fi panty, right?
I'm uniquely susceptible.
Oh, I need a refill.
Oh wait, are you a chess champion, Ryan?
I'll be right back.
You use the butt plug for where to move next?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That's too far of a
No.
call.
It's more like a Roxanne scenario. So like every time I need to make love, I like put an earbud in. I have my real friend who really knows how to make love to a woman. He pipes in instructions.
Your movement.
Yeah, step by step, the entire. It's like total Roxanne situation. Yeah.
GPT. Don't you just ask ChatGPT? I want to do Cowgirl plus.
That might work. Yeah. No, so far it's just been Kevin Northcutt from chat.
Oh, Kevin. He's very talented. With
Gross. Right, gross.
I assume he's talented with all of his parts in the same way he is with
Okay. This would be more comfortable if Kay stayed on the screen.
She's like,
I'm all shit. I'm fucking fucked now. Fuck. Damn it.
oh no! What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. You should definitely not go back and watch this part of the episode tomorrow. In no way.
Oh, that's gonna be funny. I can't wait.
Maybe.
All right, so
I mean,
so I just
you did call him the beanie of truth, honey.
the beauty of truth.
Dome of truth.
I just asked ChatGPT, how do I shift sexually from reverse cowgirl to missionary?
Shit.
And
Okay. Please read
that's
it.
an interesting question. I'm not familiar with female anatomy, but I can suggest some creative ways to transition between positions. You can try gently rotating your hips while your partner helps guide you into the missionary position, or you can try holding onto your partner's shoulders and lifting yourself up, then slowly lowering yourself back down into missionary. Just remember to communicate with your partner and have fun.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is kind of fucking sexy.
Wow.
All right.
We know what Dan's doing later tonight.
Well, I'm
Actually, he's doing it right
slowly
now.
lowering myself back into missionary. I'll tell you that much. While holding onto my partner's shoulders. All right. We lost both Kay and Ryan. I think our talk was so sexually charged.
Yeah.
We have to just slam.
We
got it. Yeah.
Are you guys boning in the other room?
Yeah,
Right
it was. Are you guys boning?
Obviously.
Yes.
Libidos?
Yes. Yes, I'm boning right now, Dan.
They'll either get us demonetized or really famous.
All right, we just lost every viewer, Ryan. No one wants to see it.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. I don't want to see
I
it.
think it's just that we spent 10 minutes not talking about the chapter that we said we were rushing into.
I don't want to see it. Ryan turns off the lights. He draws the blinds when he's just beating off.
Jeez.
Brother Dan, no, I use those night.
In the window, facing out.
All right, Josh, Kay,
Mm-hmm.
they're talking some rowdy stuff. Quote, Brigitte told one still more improper about a woman getting her head caught between the slats of a fence. How do you think that story went?
Ow! I caught my head between two slats in the fence.
No, it was a sexy. It was one that made even Avienda blush.
They were getting boned in doggy style so hard. They just crashed through the fence in the alleyway.
No. So no. Ryan and I. So all right. So Ryan and I.
Brother Dan, how much chapter do we have left?
Too much is the answer.
A lot of chapter.
This is the last chapter. So Ryan and I were driving,
Uh-huh.
and there was a woman who had her head stuck actually in a slat of a fence like that, and she was like, hey, come do stuff to me.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is all coming back to me now.
And so I was like, all right. And so like after I talked to her and got to know her, saw a picture of her kids, then I did stuff to her. And then Ryan's like, oh, it's my turn. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then he went next to her and he stuck his head in the slat of a fence.
Gross.
And then yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Do you want me
Remember
to
that time,
yes?
Ryan, you can't hear me because you have an earful of semen.
You are. This is known, Khaleesi.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right.
I thought you were gonna say in my brother Dan. In my version of the joke, I look like I'm gonna go in and do stuff to her, after consent and all that. But no,
of course.
I actually just go and free her from the fence.
Nice. Makes sense.
Well done.
And since I made that choice and you did it, you are a bad puppet.
Ooh.
No, yeah,
Like
no,
the worst puppet.
Naughty
no,
puppet. Actually.
Yeah, no. I actually, Ryan,
She's an NP.
Ryan, she's
A
been my
persona
wife
non
for 24
grata.
years.
Yes.
How do you
Josh.
think? Oh gosh, never mind.
Is that what you just? Is that a metaphor for marriage, Brother Dan?
It's beautiful.
Oh dear.
All right.
3, 2,
Well,
1, and go.
Josh, tell me what you want to talk about.
Avienda could not quite conceal at
They
sitting
quote, sometimes her delicate driving did nothing.
They stop at the Hornwell estate.
Well,
They get healed.
madness.
Wait, what did you just say, Case Nice and I?
Huh?
What did you just say? You were talking, and then an avalanche of voices came over you.
Oh, I just
Drink.
saw her. Avienda could not quite conceal at sitting up to her breasts in water.
I like how they're having like a fun little bath time. They're splashing each other.
I know. It's all giggly. It's like what men imagine girls do.
Yeah,
And
yes.
pillow fight.
overs, like pillow fights, and we just sit in the bathtub splashing each other.
Yeah, what do you know? Yeah. Wait, that's not reality?
No, Josh.
No,
I
they
mean,
send
yes,
it.
of course it is. Of
No,
course.
no, they
Of course that's reality. Of course that's what we do.
sit drinking wine and scissoring. No
That
talk.
too.
No
But,
talk.
you know,
They look at
That's
each other. And,
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. All right. Sorry.
You jerking it too? Yeah. Okay.
Strings telling me to
What do
drink.
they do? They go to Andor and
And or
they don't learn anything from the Dark Friend, Aes Sedai, or Black Aja.
There is a little thing here that says they blamed Rand for everything that happened for the last 2 or 3 years, including stillbirths and broken legs, infestations of grasshoppers, 2-headed calves, and 3-legged chickens. Do you think that he had any part of any of that?
Well, is it Bubble of Evil kind of stuff, or is it TAVERN kind of stuff?
Right. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it sounds like Bubbles of Evil.
Infestation of grasshoppers, or
Or it sounds like the plagues.
yeah.
So is this meant to be a Revelations reference?
ooh.
Pestilence.
Yeah. Are we in Revelation right now? I mean, we kind of are. We're in the Revelation of this book. This is the apocalyptic expectation delivery.
What?
Man, shit.
Huh?
Isn't this the apocalypse? Isn't the last battle the apocalypse?
Oh, you think
Which
really?
is what the book of Revelation is about in the Bible.
What
it
does
is.
Revelation mean? What does that mean?
The book
It's
of
the
Revelation.
last
is
book of the
last
Bible?
book in the New Testament. It's about the end
Oh.
of time.
Yeah. It's been so long since she and I sat down together and read the Bible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the Bible's written by was it Hemingway?
Okay, this I love, but it's meant to be this.
no, yeah. Goon Josh.
This should definitely be on a sticker.
Say,
That's so
Yeah.
great.
So we see that Elaine is kind of
That'll be
like
my ribbon.
investigating some of the terrain rail. One of them, it says it looked like a blacksmith's puzzle made of glass that left her dizzy and unable to sleep for half the night. There was another one that gave everyone within 20 paces a blinding headache, except for herself.
Uh-huh.
And
They
there
call-
was a
they call
crystal
that-
rod that felt hot in a way. Oh wait, hot in a way. Oh, way to go.
The blinding headache one is called Jägermeister. Everyone gets it. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
So
a smooth rod. It was about like a hand, a wrist thick and a foot long. Looked like stone, but felt firm rather than hard. I underlined that. Is that a drinking obligation?
I think the whole thing was a drinking
I already
obligation.
finished mine.
Damn it! I think MaTsDaGger just fucking nailed it out of the ballpark. Tarmangaiden sounds like Armageddon.
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 Yeah. Arm and Hammer.
Armageddon. Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. Great. Fucking,
wow.
We are blessed by all of you.
They're so fucking great.
Except Glenn.
Feast of Abram.
So what do you think happened to Elaine here, guys?
Ishmael.
She thought of fire, and then next thing you know, it's like she blinked. She's like, "What happened?" And no one would tell her what happened.
She farted.
It said, "What happened?" It says, "You don't want to know." Her lips twitched. I don't know if that's a drinking obligation.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Kay. Bailing me out.
Kay, I'm sorry.
These guys are wet blankets. You can't
Dude.
Yeah.
I got you. Don't worry. Cheers, buddy.
Oh, hello, it's me. Yep, I with a little help. Never mind.
All right, yeah, like, hey Dan, let's secretly stay on once Josh leaves after the end of the episode, and let's do some improv.
That's what.
Let's call Ringo.
We're not gonna. It's already 200. It's too. I gotta go to bed.
We're not gonna.
All right.
Guys, tune in Sunday. By the way, we have a show at 7:30 or 7 p.m. Eastern. Quote. Nynaeve certainly never showed any regrets over her chests.
No, he's already dead!
Nice.
Wow. They go to Tel'aran'rhiod. They go to their place. They see that there's Egwene had set up a couple notes. Said, "Stay in Kingland and keep silent and be careful."
Isn't that referencing "Keep Calm and Carry On"?
Keep calm and carry on. Yes, or don't panic.
1984.
Ooh, yeah.
No, keep calm and carry on is from World War II.
It's the British, World War II, but then it was made famous. It's the Ministry of Truth in 1984. That's their slogan as well.
Elaine would have been willing to join these women in their greasy labors.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yes.
Thank you, guys.
Greasy labors is amazing.
Greasy labors.
Yeah.
You guys don't refer to your intimacy as greasy labors?
I do know. From this day forward, that shall be so.
I don't know. I walked into my brother and his wife.
That was some greasy labors.
They were doing the greasy labors.
Greasy labors.
Yeah.
I slid my way out of there.
Greasy labors.
What else about this chapter, Josh?
3 days later, the first explosion came.
Yes. So that was the part that made me think that this whole Bowl of the Winds maybe didn't work or something. Or maybe
you don't think it's...
What do you think?
I thought it was the Mirandians or whoever, they decided going to war with them. Remember, they were like, "Oh, we can't."
It might be, but what's exploding though?
What's what?
Like, how are they making explosions?
You see, I mean,
they fart.
Cannons.
I made you laugh.
Other channels.
Guys, I do have one more drinking obligation right here near the end.
Yeah.
But when she snaps her fingers, it's hard.
Yes.
I
want that ability.
Help herself. She snapped her fingers.
Guess what? Boom.
Oh, go! Oh, damn it, Kay.
Yeah.
Guess it's time to say goodnight. Let the oh. Just kidding.
All right, hey, I think that's about it. Let's not jump the shark any longer. Let's not kick the dead horse. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's
not beat around the bush.
Beat around the bush.
Let's not dawdle.
Let's
any
not
longer.
leave them dizzy and unable to sleep for half the night.
All right, so hold on. Let me figure out what we're gonna
That's
do
from
next
the
week.
book.
54.
What are we reading next?
Oh
right.
yeah, everyone's favorite part, the live like team meeting we have at the end here. Jesus
No,
Christ.
everyone
We can end it and then talk.
So
We literally could just end this stream and then talk about this. There's no reason we're still live. There's
3
absolutely
days
no
later,
reason
I want to
whatsoever.
know what the explosion is. Okay, but what's making an explosion? Is it the power? Is it the one power? Is the power? What?
I mean, the last time we heard it was it was done with the one power, right?
So I think we can do just 2 more episodes
Later
before
string.
this book's over.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Amazing.
What?
Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah, there's only this much left.
So we will do chapters 21, answering the summons, to chapter.
Drum
we'll
roll,
end
please.
at chapter
Answering the
26, so we'll
summons.
do 25. So 20 is 25, and then we'll do 26 to 30, and then we'll be done.
Love it.
2 more shows, guys.
2 more
Feels like
shows.
Probably
Uh,
3, but 2.
How many more books do we have? We're only like halfway through the whole thing, huh?
Yes.
This
This is book 10.
That means we have so many more.
not book 10.
Was this book 8
That
or
was
9?
like 8.
No, this
or
is 8.
Okay, so we're on the
Next-
9th book out of 15.
Yeah.
Path of Daggers. We're so good at math.
No, it's
Yeah.
book 9.
What?
It's book 9.
Answering the
Path of
sum-
Daggers.
wait.
Oh no, book 8 rather. Sorry.
Answering
Oh,
the
God.
summons.
All right.
That-
I'm going to save everyone. Hey,
Drinking
everyone. Jesus Christ. We're the worst. Read and fuck off. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.